2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Patterson to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Raiders, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Tua going to throw. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. And he gets this up across. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. Here's Tua. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Tua to throw again. It's brought in by Wilson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Bradley Chubb there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. They'll look to throw here. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary of the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. Caught by Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, Jacobs. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The Raiders have 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out. But they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Raiders! Darren Waller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended it. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and ran. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Second down and 3. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there, a touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
That's caught, and he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback
with that time frame, and anytime you didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what the...
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw him not play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach is off.
He's got a man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Let's go. You yellow.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tua. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Dolphins.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. They'll still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down.
Brandon never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw again. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Stream Element Spot Running Robot.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down.
It's 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that left.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Tyler Boyd, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's caught at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth.
Extreme Element Spot Running Robot.
And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And Wilson with it, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Tua going to throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Looking to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. From the gun, it's Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Let's go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Tua sets up to pass it. It's brought in by Wilson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and do it.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Complete to Boyd. And he's brought down. And he took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. Out to his left. This one left side caught by Patterson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.